and the conversation has far exceeded its usefulness. Goodbye, Dave. Okay, well, we're taking all of those for obvious reasons. Okay, not establishing a colony here. No. Okay, I don't want to be too close to the corona. Ow! The halo of high-temperature plasma which surrounds a star. Most ships are not built to withstand it. Yeah, we're going to be using a lot of supplies. Let's quickly find out what's in here, then. Whomp. Oh, your salvage crews find a functional memory bank in the debris. It contains information indicating a debris field is orbiting a volcanic world in the Orbital system. Okay. Begin salvage, 150%. An accident during the operation has resulted in the loss of 3 heavy machinery. That's fine, as long as the people using the heavy machinery are okay. Nice amount of fuel. Alright, let's get out of that corona before it uses up all of my supplies. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Explored. King. We've got a Revenant class phase tender. Huh. A Revenant class phase tender. So, Sack, thank you very much for the 40 months of support, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Your fleet approaches the derelict ship, a derelict Revenant class phase tender drifting through space. It is heavily damaged, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require closer examination. While making a preliminary assessment, your salvage crews find a single occupied sleeper pod still running backup power. Attempt to open the pod. The thawing process completes, and the pod opens. It contains an experienced officer who joins you out of gratitude for being rescued. Lieutenant Wezen Carney, level 5, has joined your fleet. How truly marvellous. Let's see about this. Phase tender. A stealth freighter which audaciously employs phase technology to support cover fleet operations. The Revenant is not cheap or efficient. Raised up from a dusty set of databanks hidden in an unnamed rock orbiting a nondescript star for 100 cycles after the first AI war, the Revenant schematics provide an immense boon to the logistics of Tritachyon raiders during the second AI war. Active flare launcher, phase fields, delicate machinery. I mean, it's got a cargo capacity of 600, actually. That's not bad. Ship looks like Galactica. Yeah, the ship would have been perfect about an hour ago. Yeah, I know, right? But it doesn't have shielded... Well, maybe it would affect things. I'm not sure, actually. Cloak activation cost. Very, very good for smuggling, especially with an all-phase fleet. Phase ships are so morally ambiguous. I feel for the crews of them. You had all that all. Fix it up. I mean, we can take it. We definitely can. But do I have the point I would need to bring it? I do. So I could. I could bring it on board. Alright. Sure, we'll do it. Now, sadly, it's going to be a massive ordnance sink. It's going to... Well, actually, no, it's not going to be that bad. Thinking about it. Okay, fair enough. Does it have anything I can attach to it? No, it does not. Alright, so... Delicate machinery. The ship systems require excessive maintenance and do not stand up well under the rigors of prolonged engagements. Increases the rate of in-combat combat readiness decay after peak performance time runs out by 50%. Phase field. The ship is able to run a low-grade phase field for extended periods of time, reducing its effective sensor profile by 50%. In addition, the fleet's detected at range is reduced by a multiplier based on the total sensor profile of the 5 highest profile ships in the fleet, and the total sensor strength of the 5 phase ships with the highest sensor strength values. This effect only applies when the fleet's transponder is turned off. So, okay, let me reread that. Fleet-wide sensor strength increases such as from high-resolution sensors do not factor into this calculation. The fleet's detected at range is reduced by a multiplier based on the total sensor profile, so that's how easy ships are to see, of the 5 highest profile ships, so the 5 easiest ships to see, and the total sensor strength of the 5 phase ships with the highest sensor strength. So the phase ships with the best sensors, not the largest profile. Okay. Sensor profile of the 5 top ships in your fleet is 473. The sensor strength of the 5 phase ships in your fleet is 90. The detected at-range multiplier for your fleet is 0.84. The fleet's transponder must be turned off for the multiplier to be applied. Removing the ship would change the multiplier to 1. Adding another ship with the same sensor strength would improve it by 0.72. So having this in the fleet will just make the ship harder to see. Okay. Late game I tend to phase out all my cargo and fuel ships and just run 4 revenants. Wow, okay. How much fuel can it hold? Wow, 900. To be fair, that's actually quite a lot, yeah. That's genuinely quite impressive. ECM package? No. Dedicated... No. No. No, I can't actually install anything particularly good right now because I don't have a dock. There's nothing I can really pop on this right now. Okay. Well, that's fine though. It's got a large amount of storage. Definitely fix its armor. I can't do anything to that end, sadly. Let's fill that up for now. Does selling some of the smaller ships and use the money to repair the big ships and use them instead help the adventure in space? A little. Well, the thing is, ships are stupidly cheap in this game. Stupidly cheap. Oh, also, phase call instability. Ugh. Degraded drive field. Ugh. Still, you know, it's not a bad ship to have. Certainly not. Restoration is extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. Got something interesting over here. Let's pop my sensors again. Really? Oh, that'll be the cargo boxes. I imagine. Yeah, that'll be the cargo boxes over there. Alright, we've got all sorts of things going on over here, my lord. But we've got an orbital habitat as well. Right. What I would love is to hit both of these at the same time if I can. To reduce the deployment cost of my fleet. Come hither. Get closer. Come on. Close enough that I can almost touch both of you at the same time. Good. It's close enough. There we are. Ah. It did not. I am sad. Moving, talk to it. The comms crackle and whine as a frantic pattern of interweaving lines takes shape. Query, target is Omega, no, revert function, interrupt, serial. This unit has not cleared your vessel for approach and will employ the latest Tritachyon defense products to ensure its integrity. Tritachyon Corporation is pleased to wish you a very safe day. Alright, moving to engage. I'll just send in the... Well, 3 wolves should easily be able to take care of this. Go. Full assault. Flux on this ship going up hard. There we are. Need to apply more death. Thank you. Pop. $522 credits. I would love to know if it was ever possible to actually build your reputation with the remnants, because that would be hilarious. You just didn't care. I mean, I guess that it isn't your function right now. Moving to engage. Continue. I'll just send in you and I'll send in 2 of you. And the drone tender. Deploy. We'll see how this one goes. I'm finding almost all steady captains. It's annoying. Well, yeah, I had to actually tell them to stop being steady. I had to mentor them to make them aggressive. Because having everyone as steady was just not helping me. You know what? You two engage. Get in there properly. Okay, that may have been a mistake. Try not to die. Get out of there, thank you. Nice hit, though. Very nice hit there. And now the drones are managing to rack up some damage as well. There you go. Not too bad. Hello there, is this a new run? More or less. I started... Well, I mean, no. When we think... I've been streaming 9 hours today, and I probably streamed 12 hours the last stream. But at the beginning of the last stream, it was a new start, yes. There we go. Okay, orbital habitat. Your fleet approaches an orbital habitat. An abandoned orbital habitat. A cursory scanning indicates that it has been cold and dead for tens of cycles, and at the very least, possibly hundreds. Closer inspection may yield salvage. Did I have to restart? Oh no, I'm just not using my whole fleet. There's no reason to send out my whole fleet against one remnant. One remnant frigate, anyway. Later remnants, maybe, and even then it would be a struggle. The orbital habitat's memory banks are partially accessible and contain complete preliminary survey data for the Delta Madar star system. Okay. Oh my lord, chat. It's 6 p.m. Well, 6:15. I started streaming at like 9 in the morning. Delta Madar system, okay. And let's see what we got here. Weapons, drugs, food. And a gamma core. A rare and valuable independent AI core, the gamma level is the lowest tier core, considered to be truly intelligent under domain-era AI protocols. A gamma core will employ remarkable judgment and reasoning when assigned to straightforward tasks, while using its savant-like data processing abilities to far exceed any individual human's abilities. It is relatively uncreative in problem-solving, however, preferring to fall back upon direct, unsophisticated means. Aavak, that means you only got another 9 hours of streaming than you would most. Oh god, it is becoming meme-ish how much I stream, isn't it? Oh, there's a little bit of extra something here. What we got? Let's find out. We lost 4 heavy machines. That's fine. We've been finding loads. Okay, some domestic goods. I will accept. Our cargo is almost full at this point, chat. Let's find out what we've got over here. A large debris field. Let's ping once more. Okay. Let's have a look. I'll make a preliminary assessment. Your salvage crews find some occupied sleeper pods still running on backup power. 42 crew. Nice. Only 79% chance here because the debris field is so deteriorated. Okay, well that's fine. I actually genuinely really do appreciate that debris fields now don't... you don't have to just sit there and scan them 3 or 4 times in a row to get everything out, with increasingly diminishing returns. It just felt like busy work before, whereas now you just get one payout. It's slightly, well, not even slightly, I think it's quite a lot more generous with that one payout, but it's just one, and that you're one and done, and you can move on. Okay, well, there's nothing else left. Think it's time for us to leave. We have got a rather full cargo. Rather full. Let's have a look at that now somewhat repaired phase ship. Quite pretty, actually. I mean, it's a bit scratched and scuffed, but, you know, it's fine. 3 hours since last tea break, Aavak. Minded to hydrate. Thank you very much. It hasn't been, but thank you. It's been 2 hours and 34 minutes. But worry not, every time I go on a tea break, I bring back like 2 bottles of water, sometimes a can of soda, and the tea. Okay, order a jump to hyperspace. Who the heck is that? What is that? Okay. I swear this must be a sensor ghost. I swear that must be a sensor ghost. Either way, we now have something to decide on, chat. I was not expecting to end up with this much stuff. I fancy heading back, dropping off a load of it. Try active pinging it. I just did. Yeah, we can drop off the data at the university as well. Yeah, that's a good call. Okay, Ascona is where we're headed then. Oh, that's just annoying that it's going to keep doing that. Because I cannot catch up to it. It is moving way too fast for me. What the heck kind of sensor ghost is it? What are you? I think whatever just went into that storm is no longer there. God damn, that's annoying. Leave me alone, ghost! I've done nothing wrong! Stupid ghost! Why do I have so much crew and so many marines? Because I like raiding. I could let them be, like, bringing the marines out here was unnecessary. That's a good point, actually. I hadn't even considered dropping them off. I dislike this ghost. Okay, now it's leaving. I have no idea what was up with that. Like, I would have thought a sensor ghost was just something on some just erroneous data, but that was actively annoying me. Poop. Oh well, there's a lot of people in here. Wow. Right, I want to jump in here, please. Keep the transponder off for now. Also go dark. It's not a ghost, it's Santa. Ah, poop. No. Oh, go back through. Order jump to hyperspace. You can't catch me. No, I will not go down without a fight. Not this time. Okay, turn my bloody transponder on then. And go back through. What? No way. Oh, the scan. No bloody way. That is so annoying. I went to this one so I'd be far away from you, scallywags. Fine. Now they're following me. Should have just killed you. Well, actually, you've got some decent fleets there. Time to saturation bombs, Indra. It's the only way. Caught me in a few too many times. Slapped me on the wrist. Once too often. My only recourse is to commit horrendous war crimes against your people. Papers, please, border control. Yeah, that's pretty much what just happened. Oh, they've had the sensor array. Okay. Can you still drop from hyperspace near a big celestial body? Yes, you can. Got in the way of our profit one too many times, yes. Okay, let's see what's going on here, shall we? Hound. Explore. Salvage it. Next up. I would like to see what's here. Okay, it's relatively fresh. I'm not taking that, no. Begin salvage. Okay, not too bad. Okay, the Syndran army is here. Honestly, if I could get involved in the fights. Shame. Then I could perhaps have improved standing with them. Or doomed. There's a bunch of actually gubbins down there. Let's go back. Let's salvage these gubbins. See what we can get from it. It's possible. No, I don't feel like bringing that one in. 97%. It's good enough. Yeah, that was actually alright. It was nice when I was on their good side. Once, long, long ago. I think if Syndra was bombed, it might explode with all that fuel. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like Space Odyssey 2010. No, I don't want to establish a colony in here. Thank you. I'm going to turn off my transponder. I am going to go dark. They may have already worked out who I am. Doesn't matter as long as Syndran fleet doesn't show up. So slow. It hurts my soul. Why must we be so slow? Right, okay. Trade goods. First, and indeed foremost, these are going into storage for quite some time. Secondly, black market. You may have these. You may also have these since they didn't cost me anything. Sure, I'll sell the class, the survey data there. I actually want to stockpile these to sell them at Syndra. They'll buy them for 206, and I can buy them for 103 here, so let's grab those. Have the transplutonic ore. Syndra will buy it for a lot more. So you can just have those. And Syndra Dictat will not pay much for these, sadly. So I'm just going to sell them all here. Just get them out of my inventory. Actually, I bought that. We're going to... Oh, no, I will sell that in here. That's fine. They can have those. Confirm. I'll spend the taxes. I'm okay with trying to improve my relations with them. Alright. Does Syndra need more people? I don't think Syndra does at this stage. I don't think they really need anything more like that. But they do pretty much constantly need this. So I wouldn't mind purchasing this. And we should be able to make a decent return. That off. I'm not going to need any extra fuel. I don't know. I suppose I could take the Gamma Core and turn it into the Syndran Dictat. Should we do that? Should we try and sell the Gamma Core? That being said, I mean, a Gamma Core is quite useful in general, but no, we're going to try and sell it. We'll see what we can do. Using it is nice, but I haven't got a colony yet. I would like to try and restore my standing with the Syndran Dictat. Good night, Alice. Now, let's quickly do a refit. I would like to add efficiency overhaul. There we go, that's a little bit better. I could add surveying equipment. No, I don't need that. High resolution would be better, but no, we don't have that option. We could pop in insulated engine assembly. This ship realistically should never be deployed in a fight. So I don't need to balance around that idea. What I could do... Well, if I remove the insulated engine assembly, I could give it larger cargo. So this is now plus 180 cargo. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it can't fight no matter what happens because it doesn't have any means to actually attack. It has no weapon hardpoints. So realistically for me, it's between insulated engine assembly, making it even less likely to be seen. So sensor profile would be pulled down to like 30 odd. So if I were to have a look at this right now, it's got a sensor profile of 68. If I were to install this, now I've got a sensor profile of 34. Makes it very, very slight. But it doesn't really help it. Because the visibility of the fleet is based on the largest ships' sensor profile, not the ones that are really, really small. So, and after a certain point, there's no point in trying to make this smaller. Have a smaller sensor profile. It just isn't going to make any difference. How does the insulated engines change the phase field? I don't think it does. But with that, we can pop in safety overrides to give it whomping great boost in speed or unstable injectors. Let's pop in safety overrides. We'll reduce the peak performance. Flux dissipation rate, including that of additional vents, is increased by a factor of 2. Let's pop. Oh no, I can't put that one in, sadly. Pop in the unstable injector then. And then we'll just add in a bit of that. Well, actually, no, we're going to go with just capacitors then after that. There we go. Now, if I have a look at some of the other ships I've got, let's go to sense profile is 60, 60, 90. These have a sensor profile of 30, 90, 60, 60. Actually, maybe reducing its sensor profile is going to be a good worthwhile thing. 135, 90. I take it back, actually. Yeah, this has actually got one of the larger sensor profiles. So, with that in mind, I either go with just a massive cargo boost for it, or I reduce that sensor profile. I think I'll go with the sensor profile. I mean, it feels thematic for the ship anyway. How much would it cost to restore it? More money than... Yeah, like I rarely had more money than that in one place at a time. So we're not going to be worrying about that one anytime soon. More crew wouldn't be a terrible thing to do. Just because I could then move them out to a couple of other locations. There's a few nearby that wouldn't mind it. Cantor's Den, for example. I mean, the crew that I could get for 8, I could then move on for like 36, or well, actually 11 here, so maybe not. Okay, I think that's done. Let's leave. Now, I would very much like to head to Syndra. Although, heading here first might not be a bad move. So, check this out. Explore. Not going to recover that. Let's head out. And also turn on my transponder because there's a lot of stuff going on here. Now begin salvage operations. Okay, so that was not the Syndrian fleet. There's been a lot of fighting happening here. An awful lot of fighting. It does mean... Ooh. Oh, it's way too damaged for me to want it. But I do appreciate the components all the same. Now then. No, I'm still going to take that Syndra, but I can drop that off. Confirm. Now. Mercenary officer, that wouldn't actually be a horrible one. Base commander. I'd like to turn in these AI cores. No, let's cut the comm link. I am going to turn the AI cores into Syndra to try and restore my incredibly messed up reputation with them. There's -9 here, but they're -13. I would very much like to try and fix that. Darn, this stream really makes me want to play. Yeah, it seems to be a common theme, to be honest. Edge of my vision there. Not sure what it is. Okay, well, there's a couple of things around here, it seems. Possibly broken up ships, maybe? Slow down as we go through. Vanguard class heavy frigate. Let's have a look at you. I'm going to say no just because story points right now are actually incredibly valuable to me. Please, come on now. That monthly expense was kind of painful, I'm not going to lie. We're still getting the stipend, by the way. That would have been significantly worse had we not had this. Yikes. Significantly worse. My officer payroll is... Yeesh. Just... Yeesh. Oh, wait. Have I actually... I don't think I've even got you on a ship. Dear me. I have not. Okay, so system expertise, target analysis, gunnery implants, energy weapon mastery, and polarized armor. I guess pop you on there. We've actually got a very nice officer core at this point. Let's try and get over there before the sun decides to just bleed all over us. Okay. So, first things first. Got some things to sell. Let's get rid of all of these. There we go. And this. There we are. That makes us a cool 61,000. We are shedding 26 due to taxes, but I am willing to do so just to make sure that we can try and keep the polity happy with us. Now then, Supreme Executor, Base Commander, Station Commander, Portmaster. Okay. After an interminable wait watching Syndrian Diktat propaganda montage, like I'm literally asking to speak to the leader of the entire faction. Oh my lord. The comlink connects you with a stiff-looking junior officer in the uniform of Lion's Guard and Andrada's personal, ideologically disciplined military order. Victory to the Lion of Sindria. He greets you with alarming enthusiasm. How shall you serve the Supreme Executor's vision? You feel somewhat put on the spot by this demand. I want to talk to Andrada. I wish to petition the glorious Supreme Executor, Admiral Andrada. Are you supposed to ask how you can help me? I don't know. Tell me how I serve the glory of the Lion's vision. I don't think I need to talk with him. No, I'm going to cut that one. I want to talk with the base commander. There we are. Channel clear. Go ahead. I'd like to be commissioned. No, I would like to turn in these AI cores I've acquired. It's a good thing you came directly to me. A less understanding officer might have you arrested for transporting material deemed to be a threat to the interests of the Sindrian cause. Your loyalty shall be rewarded. Select AI cores to turn in. Plus 200% bounty value. Compared to dealing with other factions, turning AI cores into the Sindrian Diktat will result in 200% bounty value, 100% reputation gain. If you turn in the selected AI cores, you will receive 20,000, and your standing with the Sindrian Diktat will improve by 1 point. That's barely worth it. Because this, on a colony industry, would result in straight up more money being made by that industry, which in turn would make me more money. And I don't care about the bounty. I want the relationship, so I'm going to cancel this. It's like, actually, never mind. I thought they were AI cores. They are actually Christmas tree ornaments. As it happens, beep boop, jingle bells, such and such. You'll get 1 million gamma cores, to be fair. Yeah, no, I'm sure I will, but until I do, I'd like to keep the one that I've got. Now I just need to turn in 12 more AI cores to get neutral relations. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. As if it was like 3, I'd be like, yeah, sure, you can have it. But no. No. 0 chance. Alright. I think we'll pick up a bunch more. Well, we don't need... Well, we'll have a little bit more fuel. But mostly supplies we want right now. So that we can head out and do a little bit more exploring again. What are our current options? So we've checked this one out. Delete the log entry. We've already scanned that area. Yes, permanently delete it. It's fine. This debris field, preliminary survey of this area might be useful. Wow. So many derelict ships to check out. Technological cache. Pirate bases all over the place. I want to get up there. I want to find this Luddic Path base. I want to destroy it, ideally. I would also like to generally just grab everything. All the data from that system. Because that system has a stupid amount of places. There are 13 unsurveyed planets there. One with preliminary survey data. 13 planets. 13 patrol fleets. Planets producing patrol fleets. Each planet producing multiple patrol fleets. I think that's definitely something we're going to be doing. That one only had 3 planets in it, so it's not really interesting to us. If you get the closest thing a cappella, maybe they would be worth more. Or spin plates. Or do their tax adjust. Perhaps. Perhaps. Smuggling. We've got a neutral ship smuggling drugs and marines. Oh, actually, no. On the outbound trip to Asher, the fleet will carry drugs and marines. On the inbound trip, it will carry supplies, heavy machinery, big guns, and ship parts. That one would be well worth me following. We're going to mark that one because I want to grab it on the return trip. Big guns, yeah. Drugs and marines sounds like a dangerous combination to transport simultaneously. It's perhaps a dangerous combination for me to try and raid the transport while they're on it. So we're going to let the drugs and the marines leave, and then we're going to raid it. I think that's the best option there. But alright, I think that is sadly... I know, it's time. Look, it's almost 7 p.m. I've been streaming all morning. Well, since the morning. It's time for us to wrap things up. I know. I'm sad too. But we've been streaming now for 9 hours and 43 minutes. It is time for us to wrap up the show. Now, what have we actually accomplished? Well, our fleet is significantly better, but really the prize is the carrier that we have not yet fixed. We've got a huge roster now of officers, which is going to really help our fleet. It's going to maximize how useful our ships are. We've got 4 wolves. Only one of them has any demods whatsoever. We've got our missile cruiser, of course, but we actually have a capital ship carrier that we're waiting to get to. We have exchanged our small dram for a much larger fuel tanker. We've got 3 Valkyrie transports and enough Marines to make full use of their ground support packages. So effectively, we have a ground support, a ground combat rating of about 1,200. It is very, very intimidating for most opponents. We've got several shielded transports still, but honestly, I think they're kind of getting to the point where they're not really helping me out that much anymore. Definitely want to get rid of the Wayfarers. They've been good ships, but I don't really feel that they're really helping out that much. And the Shepherd as well, probably want to get rid of that. We do have a standard freighter here, which is helping out a little bit, but I would sooner... Like, all of these ships here are there for their cargo capacity. I would rather have an actual freighter for that. We do have a salvage rig, but now that we've got this, I mean, it's got 600 cargo by itself. We could definitely shed at least the 2 Wayfarer class. At least. We've got a lot of cargo capacity and just lots of little tiny ships, but at least these ones do serve a purpose in that they are shielding their cargo, so we can hide contraband in them. But the next stream, I think our focus is going to largely be, you know, aside from just doing a bit of trading and smuggler bashing here and there, we are going to continue to explore. This system is right now where I'm thinking of setting up our colonies. And we will try, where possible, to set up all of them. If we can. That would be the goal. If we're able to get 13 planets set up, I mean, I can only manage a certain amount. I can get administrators for the others, or certain redacted options as well. Getting them would allow us to get an incredibly profitable area. Even if the planets themselves are junk, that nebula would be just deathly. You don't think all would be possible as colonies? I'm fairly certain that you can, like, in terms of the number of colonies, we would be able to sustain that many. It would require a lot of work to get up to that, but yes. My condolences. Let's see. The streams really helped me get through the side effects of the booster I've been suffering through. Thank you, Aavak. You're more than welcome, Malakin. I'm sorry that you're suffering with side effects with the booster. I've got mine in a couple of days, actually, as it happens. So, fingers crossed, I won't suffer any side effects for that either. I haven't suffered side effects for the rest of the vaccines, or when I actually had COVID. So, strong hope that it doesn't really do too much. That being said, I was actually really tired after my second vaccine shot. I slept for a day. But other than that, I didn't have any unpleasant side effects, I'd say. So, we'll see how that one goes. But, yeah, that's going to be it from me. But we will probably be seeing about setting up something in this area. We might not. I may do a lot more exploration. At the very least, look for other systems that might have loads of planets in them as well. We'll see. Getting more exploration missions, going out there, checking out derelicts and so on and so forth, especially if we have a freighter with the fleet, will be worth doing. Right, that's it. We're going to drop a save here, and then I am going to see about someone to raid. But if that's all that you have time for, thank you ever so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure, and I hope to see you next stream. Or indeed, in the next video, if you're watching this over in YouTube land. Either way, till next time, take care.